Steps are here. See if we're streaming yet.
Okay, there it is. Oh, are we here?
Holding up?
Yeah, how's Marge?
Yeah,
She home yet?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
So and we've made it clear to travel. So.
Okay, that's great. No, I'm really happy. She was so excited to talk about that and how much she hoped that it would, that it would work out. So
Yeah.
she feeling.
My personal feeling was I wanted to go without her, but I couldn't find anybody to do it.
Is she feeling like stronger?
Definitely stronger. They worked really hard at getting her a little more stable.
Oh yeah, so Nick, let's see if that sounds like if we get any sound out of it.
Are we sharing this one on the left?
Yes. Yes. That's why I moved your telly over
Got
there.
it.
Put my phone. That's what I use as a holder. Hopefully the wind blows from one direction. I'm okay. One direction. Something we know about.
Direction that blows. Oh, 6:31.
Right in my face.
I asked Jessica to do candle lighting as a third grade teacher.
Perfect.
I don't see anyone else. Meredith is also a teacher.
Okay. Should we just invite any teachers?
Can?
Or just Jessica?
Then it would just be those two.
Okay. Maybe Susie will show up.
Coming home tomorrow. Come tomorrow.
All right, so you want me to do the beginning part
Sure.
again, and then we'll flip-flop like normal?
Yeah.
All right. Great.
Well, yeah, ish.
Oh, wait, you want us to stay up? All right, okay, let me.
Oh, nobody sit down?
Where we are.
Either way. There's room for both of us up here. Right, there's room.
Okay.
Do we have all of our third graders, I think? Oh, no, we need Mrs. Rose. Gail Rose. Always waiting for Gail Rose, ladies and gentlemen. There we go.
Here she goes.
Oh, here she comes. Always making an entrance. It's Gail Rose. But not quite yet. So we'll get started in just a moment. Every eye is on the door. Every eye. No. All right. Hello, Shoebox and Goodman. And we got Jacob. Hello, hello. See Maddie and Oliver. Hello up there. Hey, third graders, are you guys singing Hine Matov?
Yep.
Why don't you guys come up here and then you can at least line up and get ready here. Oh, now she decides to join us. Sounds meaner than it should. All right. That's fair.
You're being gender specific.
Well, everyone, Shabbat Shalom. So glad everybody is here on this beautiful Erev Shabbat to celebrate camp, to celebrate Shabbat, to celebrate some of our third graders who wanted to show up and sing quite loudly for us. Hopefully you picked up what will be our Sidur for the night is this little packet of slides. We're going to start off by singing Hine Ma Tovu Manayim Shevet Achim Gam Yachad, how good it is that we can dwell together. Let's join together in singing. Well, that was beautiful, you guys. How good and wonderful it is that we can dwell together. And one of our very favorite things to do is sing the song Good Shabbos, Shabbos to You. That's on slide number 3 on your packet, or you can let the third graders just entertain you. Beautifully done. Thank you, third graders. I think you can go and sit with your families right now. So you can do that, and we'll get you back in just a few minutes. And we are going to invite our religious school teachers. I know we got Miss Jessica and maybe Maddie and Meredith. Are you here? There you are, Meredith. Any other religious school teachers that we're forgetting? Mrs. Rose, teacher extraordinaire, come on over. Rabbi Lynette. Sometimes. Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. Beautiful. And we want to ask if anybody, thank you guys, we want to ask if anybody has a November birthday. And also if Bobby Kovitz can hear this. Bobby Kovitz, if you can hear this, we need some more chairs. Hopefully they'll bring some more. That'd be good. All right, we got Abby, come on up. Any other November birthdays? We got Meredith, great. Okay. Nachshon and Abby and Catherine. So when's your birthday? Sunday. Okay, Abby, when's yours?
November 18th.
Amazing. Ellis, when's yours? Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Nachshon, when's yours? Okay. Meredith, when's your birthday? All right. Convenient for you who don't know. It could be any month, right? That's fair. All right. Well, let's join. What's his actual birthday? 27th. All right. Well, that's really fun. We're going to sing happy birthday to you guys. First, we'll do it in Hebrew. Then we'll do it in English. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Yom Huledet Sameach. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, all these Jews. Happy birthday to you. Jets hands, yeah. Hey, everyone. Rabbi Lynette has some prizes, but she'll bring them around later on. She's hiding them right now to make sure that they're proper. The prize is the bat mitzvah. So everyone, one of the prayers that we sing to welcome in Shabbat is Lecha Dodi, where we say, blessed are you, Shabbat, who can come in here and make our lives a little bit better. So let's invite everyone to please take a deep breath, if you'd like. Breathe in that smoke, yeah. And we'll just appreciate this beautiful setting that we are in. The sun, if you can look back here, the sun is setting. It is just a lovely temperature. The fire is crackling. Let's join together in singing Lecha Dodi as we welcome in the beauty of Shabbat.
Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabla, Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabla, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorah. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Umevorah. Lecha Dodi, Likra Kala, Penei Shabbat, Nekabla.
We're going to continue with the singing of Am I Awake? Baruch Hu. I'd like to invite our third graders to come back up and join us to help lead us in this prayer. For all of us who are not third graders coming on up, I'd like to invite all of you to please rise. We're going to remain standing, and third grade is going to continue helping us. We're on slide number 9 with the Shema. You may be seated, and third graders, you may be seated too and join your families. That was so beautiful. We're going to continue with Ve'ahavta.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם ובלכתך בדרך ובשכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לעוד על ידך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי הייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם אלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
As we approach our Micha Mocha prayer of freedom, we recall how the ancient Israelites sang this prayer with so much gratitude and joy that God freed them from slavery. So we also think of that gratitude in our own lives and consider what we can be grateful for this Shabbat. If there's something that you're grateful for, please raise up your hand and just shout it real loud so we can all hear what you're grateful for. Yeah, Sammy. Family. It's beautiful. Yeah, Adam. Family, friends, super nice. Yeah, Noah. Family, that's super nice. Yeah. God. Oh, that's beautiful. God. Yeah, Louise. First, sorry. Your brother got into. Oh, that's awesome. The Nutcracker. That's amazing.
Ballet Met.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cool.
Congrats. That's really sweet that you're grateful for that. Yeah, Abby.
My wonderful bar mitzvah I'm going to have next weekend.
Yay. Oh, thank you, Abby. I'm so excited for next weekend. Yeah, Nachi. For the world. Oh, that's so nice.
General.
Yeah. For which one? Your dog. That's so nice. Yeah, Jakey.
For belt testing to
Oh,
become a blue belt.
that's awesome. Blue belt. That's super exciting. Yeah. God. That's super nice. Ellis. Ellis, what are you grateful for? Oh, the star. Yeah. That's super nice. Yeah, Meredith. For whose birthday? Oh, your sister's birthday. That's so nice. Anyone else? For all of these things that we are grateful for and anything else we may have thought of that we can be grateful for on this Shabbat, we'll turn to slide number 13 and sing together Micha Mocha.
Ya la la ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 ya la 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 Micha mocha ba'elim Adonai Micha mocha ne'edar b'kodesh Norati lo osei fela Norati lo osei fela
As we sing this prayer of freedom, something else we can be grateful for is summer camp. A really special place no matter where you go, where we maybe get to get away from our parents a little bit. Very exciting. And create our own very special community where maybe we sing and we talk and we do these fun activities, maybe learn a little bit about ourselves and create this really special Jewish community unlike anything else. And I know for me and maybe other people who went to camp, that was maybe also when we felt the freest to be ourselves, or maybe to be the best version of ourselves. So as we gather around this campfire and celebrate this Camp Shabbat, maybe we can also think about how we can invite that magic of camp into our lives and also into our community. What could that mean for us too? So we're going to continue. I'd like to invite all of you who are able to please rise.
Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sartai Tifta. Na 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 Ufi Agi. Ufi Agi Tehilatecha. Na 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 Sartai Tifta. Na 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 Ufi Agi. Ufi Agi Tehilata. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sartai Tifta. Na 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 Ufi Agi. Ufi Agi Tehilateha. Na 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 Adonai. Na 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 Sartai Tifta. Na 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 Ufi Agi. Ufi Agi Tehilateha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei Avoteinu Imoteinu Elohei Avraham Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Ha'anara El Elyon Gomel Hasadim Tovim V'konei Hakol V'zocher Hastei Avot V'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem L'ma'an Shemo Ba'ahava Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Atarav Le'hoshia V'chakel Hayim B'chesed Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim So make no flim Verofei Holim Umatir Asurim Umekaye emunato lishenei afar Hamocha bal givurot umido melach Melech memit umekaye umatzmiat Yeshua V'ne'emana talchayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei hakol Atah kadosh b'shimcha kadosh U'kadoshim b'chol yom yalu chasela Baruch atah Adonai Mechayei hakadosh. Amen. You may be seated, and we'll take just a few moments of silent prayer and meditation using this beautiful outdoor setting, perhaps to guide that meditation. invitation, whatever may be in your heart this evening. That's what you can call them up in just a few moments if you want. Third graders, come on up. Third graders.
Say shalom. I say shalom.
Thank you.
Yeah, I say shalom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I say shalom.
Beautiful.
Shalom. Yeah, I say shalom. Yeah, I say shalom.
So cute. Beautifully done. Hey, if any kids want to sit around the campfire here, you can do that. I know it's not that comfortable sitting on the ground, so you could also stay in your chairs if you want. You guys can go back, either sit on the ground around the campfire, or you can sit in the chairs, wherever you'd like. But you don't have to stand here in this line anymore. You're dismissed. There you go. Yes. Oh, man. Felt like a drill sergeant. I want to ask everyone, I'm going to introduce Dory, but I want to ask everyone a question. I'm going to introduce Dory, but I want to ask everyone a question. And the question is, raise your hand if you have ever been to camp. Levi, good job just raising your hand in general. That was good. Oh my gosh. Okay, now raise up your hand if you've ever been to a sleepover camp. Wow, look at all these people who went to sleepover camp. Raise your hand if you went to a Jewish sleepover camp. Oh my God, so many Jews here. Okay, and raise your hand if you went to camp for at least 1 week, at least 2 weeks, at least 3 weeks, at least 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. 8, oh yeah, that's for 8 weeks. We got the 8-weekers here. Is anyone there for 9 weeks? No, that's. Oh yeah, I guess Dory, that's fair. Max, I don't believe it. That is fair. Well, guys, one of my very favorite places on earth is camp. When I went to camp as a kid, at camp was the first place when someone said, "Hey, you're really funny," and I thought, "Oh, maybe I could be funny." And it's also the first place where I realized that I could be just like my goofy self and that everybody would be really nice to me. And it's also the first place where I really, really felt Jewish. Hey, guys, let's take one scoot away from the campfire a little bit. Hey, Andrew, you want to scoot? Yeah, there you go, buddy. Just, yeah, okay, that's good. We don't need any 1st or 2nd degree burns. 3rd are fine. So camp is a really, really magical place, and one of the best parts about camp is Shabbat. And after all the craziness of singing and dancing, we sit around the campfire and hear a story, and it's a really, really special part of camp. So we're really excited to invite Dory, who is the associate director. What are you? Assistant director at Goldman Union Camp Institute, called Gucci. Raise your hand if you went to Gucci. Anyone here go to Gucci? We got a few Gucci people here. These guys all went this past summer, and you guys were cabin mates, and you went for rookie weekend. That was really fun. And say it again. That's amazing. That's really great. So we're really excited to invite Dory to tell us a story and maybe tell us a couple words about camp. Yay!
Thank you so much, Rabbi. I love summer camp, and it is so wonderful to be with a bunch of other people who also love summer camp. It's great to be with friends who I've gotten to spend the summers with. It's great to meet new friends, and my favorite part of camp, hands down, is Shabbat. There is no Shabbat on earth like a Shabbat at camp, but I think this one comes really close. So and we get to see the stars while we pray. We're surrounded by all this beautiful nature. What a wonderful way to celebrate Shabbat. And I'm excited to share with you one of my favorite campfire stories that I remember hearing when I was about this size, sitting around our campfire, or the midurah as we called it at camp, which is campfire in Hebrew, and share with you a tale. And how do all of the best stories start? Once upon a time. Fantastic. So, once upon a time, in a land very far away, there was a kingdom. And in this kingdom, there was a ruler. Does someone want to name our ruler? Yeah. There was a ruler. Does someone want to name our ruler? Yes. What should our ruler's name be? Jake. So we have a king named Jake who is ruling our kingdom. And this King Jake had a very special, most prized possession, and it was a gorgeous, big, red ruby. Has anyone seen a ruby before? Maybe on a picture, maybe in person? So these are bright, shiny, beautiful, deep red jewels. And the King Jake had a nice ruby that he loved. He loved it so much, he never wanted anything to ever happen to it. So he would keep it in a box, locked away in a room that only he had the key to. And so King Jake every day would go over to the special room, take out the key, unlock the door, go inside, open up the box, and look at his beautiful red ruby, and it would bring him so much joy. One day, when King Jake went to go look at his ruby, he was very sad to notice there was a crack on it. He didn't know how this happened. He was very sad, and all he wanted was to have this fixed. So King Jake was very determined and decided to have everyone in the kingdom put out a call. If you can fix my ruby, you will be granted all the wishes. You will be granted all the prizes. Just like some of the people who are having birthdays here in November get a special prize. You get a special prize for helping fix my ruby. So anyone who thought that they knew how to fix the ruby came to the kingdom, and the king for the first time showed his ruby. And people would look at it and kind of scratch their heads, maybe think a little bit, and no one could come up with an answer. Days and days and days went by, and the longest line you could ever imagine. Think of the longest line at Disney World or the longest line at Kings Island. This is such a long line to have to wait to go look at the ruby and see if you could fix it. All these professionals, all these grown-ups, all of these wonderful people who just wanted to help King Jake would look at this ruby and couldn't figure out how to do it. The king was getting very sad that no one would fix his precious ruby. And then one day, after a long week of waiting and waiting if someone could fix it, a child just about the size of someone who would sit down here came up next in line and said, King Jake, I think I know how to fix your ruby. Does someone want to come up with a name for this child? Yes. Emma. So Emma decided that she had the way to do it. And the king said, Emma, tell me, what do I do? And Emma said, I'm sorry, Your Majesty, I can't tell you. I have to do it. The king said, okay, fine. What do you need from me? How can I make this happen? And so Emma said, here's what I need. I need a room where I can be all alone, and I can be able to work with my tools, and I can fix this for you. But no one can bother me. No one can come sneak a peek, and I need 1 week, and I will fix it. And the king said, I can't go a whole week without seeing my ruby. And Emma said, you're just going to have to be patient. Patience is sometimes hard, right? I find it hard to be patient sometimes. But the King Jake had no other option. So he said, okay. So Emma moved into the royal palace for a week to work on this special project for the King Jake. And every day she would have all of the best foods, all of our favorites from camp. So macaroni and cheese, dinosaur chicken nuggets, grilled cheese, all the best stuff would be delivered to her door. And the king, isn't it yummy? We love yummy food, only the best food, because we really want Emma to fix this ruby for the king. And so every day the king would come and knock and say, I have lunch for you. And Emma would say, thank you, but you still can't see the ruby. And the king was trying so hard to be patient. And then after a week of waiting, and the king brought her all 3 meals every day and kept trying to sneak a peek, finally, it had been a full week. And the king said, okay, Emma, I'm ready. I've got it. Is it time? Is it time? And Emma said, yes, Your Majesty, it is time to show you the ruby. So Emma brought the box with the ruby inside to the king and said, inside you will see your ruby. It's fixed, but it looks a little different. So the king opened the box and peeked inside, and rather than seeing one ruby with a crack in it, the king saw a ruby with a lot of cracks inside of it, etched into a beautiful red rose. And the king said, Emma, what is this? And Emma said, King Jake, you chose to look at this ruby's crack as a flaw, as something wrong and something broken. But if you look at it just a little differently, you can see something beautiful. And we can use our creative minds to find something even more special and more beautiful than the original ruby. King Jake was so excited by this that he knew he couldn't keep all the joy to himself. So he put his special ruby on display for the whole kingdom to get to see. And this was his way of showing everyone that you can also think creatively, you can also step outside the box and try something new, and you might find even more joy than you ever thought you could. So to hear more campfire stories like this, I would love to invite all of you to come spend Shabbat at camp. Any age is the right age to start coming. And I hope to have another opportunity to share more about camp with you, either tonight or Sunday at religious school. Thank you so much, and I'll come answer your question in just a second.
Yay. Thank you, Dory. Thank you. That was such an awesome story. And how great is it to be out here? For so many years, we had our fake campfire inside with Christmas lights and a fog machine, and now we get to actually be outside, and it actually feels like camp. So, kiddos, we're going to have you go back to your seats with your families for just a few moments as we close up our service. Yes. S'mores are in a little bit. S'mores are in a little bit. Yes, in a little bit there's going to be food. Do you want to do Misha Barach?
Thank you again, Dory, for that beautiful story. And as we turn to our Misha Berach prayer of healing, we perhaps can think about how we can reach out to someone who is in need of healing of body, of mind, or of spirit, help comfort them during a difficult time, and be with them, and hopefully create a positive difference, help lift them up in a time that they are in need of healing. This evening, we're thinking of many in our community in need of that healing. We're thinking of Catherine Adler, Marilyn Altman, Lynn Adams, Susan Bader, Sarah Bates, Deborah Belford and Barbara Belford, Marjorie Block, Barbara Bobinich. We're thinking of Paul Branson, Dan Kristen, Kyla Serrani and Marge Serrani, Dorothy Collins, Lily Kovitz, Adrian Crawford, David Drayson, Gary Dicker, Tony Diegler, Ella Dubrow. We're thinking of Carrie Ebert, Sylvia Eckstein, Elaine Ellick, Nancy Emmerman, Rachel Ensign, Marvin Epstein, Michael Fiorelli. We're thinking of Rachel Fish, Olivia Glick, Rachel Goldman Mosley, Gladys Goodman, Jimmy Green, David Haas, and David Hirsch. We're thinking of Neil Johnson, Katie Jones, Jamie Grace Cash, Don Kerr, Peter Levy, and Barb Lucas. We're thinking of Fred Martin, Richard McGarvey, Minna Melton, Caleb Moses, Susan Northrup, Robert Oakley, Nick Parisi, Marvin Pate. We're thinking of Dane Perlstein, Merle Perlow, Aaron Phelan, Ian Phillips, Rashi Prostowski, Jessica Rathkoff, Cindy Ravitsky. We're thinking of William J. Rees, Barry Richmond, Emma Rose and Irving Rose, Phyllis Rotman. We're thinking of June Sahara, Rolf Sauer, Don Schneer and Steve Schneer. We're thinking of Amina Davsela, Aaron Silverman, Yehudit Bat Simcha, Richard Schur, Jonah Snyder, Ruth Ann Stewart, Pam Storr, Lou Supowitz, Joyce Schwartzman, and Randy Cohen Weinstock. And anyone who you may be thinking of tonight who we didn't mention, if there's someone in need of healing, you're welcome to share their name at this time. David Herzog. For each of them and for all of those in need of healing, we're going to sing together slide 22, our Misha Berach prayer.
Misha Berach Avotenu Mekor HaBracha Imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Misha Berach Imotenu Mekor HaBracha Avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And let us say, Amen.
I'd like to invite all of us who are able to please rise for Aleinu L'Shabeach.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'teit gedula liyotzeh bereshit, shelo asanu k'goyei ha'aratzot, v'lo samanu k'mishpachot ha'adama, shelo sam k'keinu kahem, v'kor aleinu k'chol hamonam, v'anachnu karim, u'mishtakavim u'modim, Lifnei Malach, Machel HaChachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Bayom HaHu, Yeh Adonai Echad, U'Shema Echad.
As we're out here under the stars, maybe some of us are thinking of our loved ones who are no longer here with us in person, but they're here with us in spirit. And perhaps especially on an evening like tonight when you can look up at the stars and share some beautiful memories. This Shabbat at Temple Beth Shalom, we are recalling the recent passing of Dr. Lee Budin and Jim Lusignolo. We're remembering those who died of the season in years past, and we're taking them into our hearts with our own. On this Shabbat, we are remembering the yahrzeits of Hal Borovitz, Ronald Cohn, Walter Deutsch, Israel Eckstein, Burton Fogelman, Reuben Halpern, Joseph Harbour, Elizabeth Harm, Milton Herskowitz, Deborah Levine, Bernard Phillips, Milton Pinsky, Ruth Rothschild, Joseph Shapiro, Roman Smetana, Julia Wasserstrom, Louis Wine, and Pauline Wormbrand. I ask if there are other names of folks who we are remembering this evening, that you share them aloud. Yeah, Abby. Thanks. Any others?
Jake.
Oh, yeah, Julia. Or Jake. What? Thank you. Yeah, remembering. On their behalf and on behalf of all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them, we're going to turn to page 24, to slide 24 together for our Mourner's Kaddish prayer. Yikadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon uvyomechon uv'chayei decho be'Yisrael, ba'agala uv'izman kari v'imru amen. Yehesh me Rabba mevarach leolam ulamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitale v'yitalal shemei dekudasham b'richu. La'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbachata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru, Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. Osei shalom bimramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, v'imru amen. May their memories be forever a blessing, and may we continue to bring them into our lives every day. And together we say, amen. You may be seated. We are going to invite the wonderful and talented Robert Kovitz to give us some announcements. Yes.
Thank you, Rabbi B. And Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this amazing evening. Please join us after services for a great dinner in the social hall. And we have a really exciting week upcoming. Starting with Don Sylvan, who is Professor Emeritus of Political Science at OSU, on November 9th at 1 p.m. He's going to be chatting about the upcoming Israeli election. And if you...
It happened.
The past Israeli election.
Past Israeli election, sorry. So the implications of the Israeli election that just happened shows you how up I am on my Israeli politics. But if you've never heard Don speak, it's always a treat. You always learn something. To get the Zoom link for that event, again, November 9th at 1, please email Leslie Thompson, TBS's engagement coordinator, or just give the office a call. And then next Friday, November 11th at 6:30, we'll be back in the sanctuary for the always venerable Veterans Shabbat, which Mrs. Rose is hard at work on. And it's a very memorable evening. Looking out a little bit farther, staying with the Veterans Around Town group, we'll be taking a tour of the Veterans Memorial. So if you're interested in that, you have to RSVP by November 8th, and we'll be meeting at TBS on the 17th at 9:30. So if you're interested, again, please be in touch with Leslie Thompson. For all of these events and more, check out your e-window, or feel free to give any of us a call or shoot us an email. Shabbat Shalom. Have a wonderful weekend. Rabbi?
Shalom. Thank you, Bobby. And it's never too early to put December 16th in your calendar. That's our annual huge Hanukkah party. It's going to be a little bit before Hanukkah this year, so you can really go into it having a full Hanukkah experience already. It's going to be it's like a 10-day holiday instead of 8. It's going to be great. So our closing song,
Sweet as honey.
Sweet as Honey. You can find that on slide 28, and we're going to invite third graders. And can we invite any other kids who want to come up and sing also? Is that okay, Mrs. Rose?
Yes.
Any kids who would like to sing? Yes. Why don't we kind of get in one big line, everyone, so we're not in front of people? Why don't you, everyone can be in one big line. Adam, why don't you move over that way a little bit towards Mrs. Rose? There you go. And then Julia, you got a spot right there. Perfect. Everyone have a spot? Okay. Eloise, you want to move over a little bit?
Sing, kids. Sweet as honey, sweet as honey on a tongue.
Yes, here comes Rabbi Lynette with some Kiddush.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen l'chaim. Yep. And
while-
kids, you can. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead.
You can all join me over here, kids, for some challah.
And while you guys are going over there for motzi, let me just say, folks, if you guys can get dinner and you can eat inside, or if you'd rather, you could eat outside. And kiddos, there are activities that are set up over there if you want to throw around. There are not hot dogs. There's chicken.
Chicken.
And then there's going to be s'more making in a little while out here.
So let's all sing together. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Go for it. Let's make sure everyone can have a piece. Let's make sure everyone's making
Shabbat
nice,
shalom.
nice pieces. Oop, 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 oop.
The hollow's being destroyed.
Ella's being a little destroyed.
A little.
Just a little bit. It's all right. Let's make sure everyone can get a piece, Max. We'll make sure everyone gets a
Cute
piece.
is how I could have sang louder than all of the third graders combined, but of course I didn't because it's
That's nice. That's